Hello and welcome to the WB Mason Coaches Report on GoHofstra.com. I'm Jim Sheehan, joined again by the head field hockey coach of the Hofstra Pride, Kathy Angelis. And Coach, it all comes down to one weekend, the final weekend like it did a couple of years ago. The Pride's still in the hunt for that fourth playoff spot for the CAA Championships, coming off a tough loss at James Madison, who moved up in the rankings to number 15 this week. First of all, let's go back to Sunday at James Madison, a tough decision, 8-0 decision.
Right, yeah. Well, we definitely got shocked early. They scored in the first few minutes of play. I think that set the tone for James Madison, and I think we struggled in our defensive structure. We struggled to maintain the speed that they had in a lot of different areas. Very dangerous players in the circle. It wasn't a bad game. We had some nice spurts, and we drew a few corners that we didn't execute on. We just want to move on from this game and use this as a prep for Delaware. Most importantly, just seeing where our game needs to be in order to contend with a top 15 and top 10 team in the nation. We haven't faced that type of caliber since St. Joe's. And it's not easy when you're playing a ranked opponent. We just don't have the experience yet. But onward and upward. And
this week, there's no doubt about it. Hofstra and Northeastern. Actually, Drexel's in the hunt too. Northeastern's in the catbird seat, so to speak. But Drexel and Hofstra have to win 2 games this week, and obviously that's not going to happen on Sunday when Hofstra meets Drexel. One of the teams isn't going to have to lose. So. Certainly going in against Delaware on Friday is a big, tall task for the defending national champions coming in. They ranked number 7 this week, 4-0 in the CAA. Your assessment on the Blue Hens?
Well, like any other game, this is obviously a huge game, having the defending national champions here. We want to take this game as a huge opportunity, as a huge challenge to see how well we can play. We need to use James Madison's this past game as a good prep as to areas of our game where our strengths are, where our weaknesses are, and our most important goal for Friday's game is to play as hard as we can and to play as a team. And I think that's going to be our focus. And again, we're super excited to have Delaware here on Friday, and we show that we play very well on the road, at home versus on the road. So I think that's an advantage for us, and we're really excited for the game.
And certainly Delaware presents a lot of problems with one of their All-Americans, Greta Knock. She's a good one.
Yeah.
They don't seem like they miss anything from year to year, do they?
No. We know Greta. Hunter Broderick Award player and All-American, and leading goal scorer. She's got all the accolades that you could have in the nation, actually. So, but I think it's a daunting challenge for us. But we're really excited. The team's focused about really trying to get better from James Madison, and we talked after the game right away as to how we're feeling. What do we need to do? We wish we had 10 more minutes to get back out there just to show that we have much more in our game. But we're going to save that for Friday.
And they're good defensively, allowing only 20 goals in 15 games. But not to look over Delaware, of course, Sunday's game is big too. It's final chance to say goodbye to our seniors, our 4 seniors in Taylor Mumley, Kara Swan, Savannah Malloy, and Marluz Skavamacher. And then following against the big game against Drexel, they come in 6-11, 1-3 overall. First, let's talk about the seniors, the 4 seniors. How important have they been to our team?
They've been huge. They've been great leaders this year. We've really, really needed them. With such a young team coming in, 11 freshmen losing 10 seniors. I couldn't have asked for a better senior class at a time that we really, truly needed them. They've been great on and off the field. I think particularly in a game like this one, James Madison, where our freshmen, a lot of them really haven't faced a severe loss like that, and this upper class, this senior group has been around now for a while, and they were in the beginning stages when we had 10 freshmen, and they saw the growth, and we talked a little bit about how far these seniors have their accolades in this team. I mean, they were part of the 2015 team that was playing for the CAA championship for the first seed in the last weekend in 2015. So, but they also were there when we were young and developing to that year. So I think overall they've just had great leadership. They have a lot of integrity. They have a lot of pride and just a lot of support for the younger guys and for themselves. So it's gonna be tough. It's, as it always is. It's always bittersweet on a senior day weekend. But like I said, it's these are 4 great players who exemplified a lot of leadership, and particularly this year when we really needed them.
And looking at Drexel, the Tess's, Bernheimer and Horan are mirror images, 5 goals, 2 assists on the season. What kind of problems do they present?
Well, in every challenge and every team in the CAA has some, big players that are helping each of the programs, and some have more than a few, others. But Drexel has a number of players that are great hockey players, and the 2 players in particular that you mentioned. It's important. We're going to focus on Hofstra and it being, whether it's the last game or we have some upsets this weekend and we get a chance for the championship. We want to go out with a bang and knowing we gave everything that we had. So when we walk off that field, we feel proud that, we did everything we could at the end of the 70 minutes. And so those are players that, we're always going to look out for. We scouted them, and, we're going to focus on Hofstra this coming weekend, particularly in being senior day.
How important are these 2 games for 2018?
Well, I think we always want to end as strong as we can, and we've had a lot of success in different areas, and we've had some tough losses this year, and close losses, and some real tough games like James Madison. So I think this weekend is really something that we want to focus on, knowing that we went out, given everything that we can, and we're playing to the potential we are capable with. And in this league, playing teams that are 7th in the country at one point. William and Mary, well, all of them are nationally ranked right now, and even Northeastern has a chance to be up there, except for Towson and Drexel. But to play at that level, you've got to play those type of teams. And as we gradually get to that point in the next year or 2, I know we're going to get there. We have to focus on where we're at right now.
Well, good luck this weekend against the Blue Hens. That's Friday at 3 o'clock at the Hofstra Field Hockey Stadium. And then on Sunday against Drexel at noon. Senior ceremonies begin about 11:50, so we hope everybody comes out and salutes our 4 seniors and cheers on our pride. Good luck, Coach.
Great, thank you.
And thank you for watching the WB Mason Coaches Report on GoHofstra.com.